Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
No, not good. That was easy. At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
Okay. Do I know which one is a lie?
He is lying, and I will prove it.
No, apparently not. Apparently not.
I see nothing to prove he's lying. Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
Scream in the night agenda gun.
He received threatening letters. One, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil. I believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life. But I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something. Or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters. Threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Vinkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you. I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot. I found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
Time to die.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
Select two elements of interest from the encounter with Mr. Michel of the evening of the murder. It's not Ratchet who spoke to Mr. Michel.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Murder pretended Ratchet was still alive at 12:37.
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
What is the most likely hypothesis? Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He kills him with a gun. No. Takes. No. Takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He stabs him with a knife. He calls Mr. Michel to make believe that Ratchet is alive. He opens the window to escape, but the run is stuck in the snow. He waits for Mr. Michel to take a break and leave.
That's the right answer. The train is completely trapped because of the avalanche. Hopefully not for too long.
So, report the situation to book. Okay, yeah. Wait, where was he? He was in first class Dagon, right? Think so. I think this was mine, and he's not here. Okay, cool. Okay, he was the murder. Cool. Well, not cool, but yeah. The lady.
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us, on the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
I use my master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
Okay. Didn't expect a new person, to be honest.
Miss, can you hear me? She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly.
On the toilet floor, next to the toilet. Second class. Number 105. Joanna Locke.
ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in
Locke.
compartment 105. This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
I will question her when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
Okay, we don't know that yet. Uh-huh.
A briefcase and a wagon-lit conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
Very interesting. Okay, I'm not done here apparently. Or what? Investigate, still. Well, I don't know the code. What do you want from me?
Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped? But of course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4? Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. Have you tried 0, 0, 0, 0? So, Poirot, any luck so far? We really need to find the combination. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped?
Why is he talking?
No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Poirot, I'm disappointed in you.
Okay,
I was
so
certain
the circle
you would have it by now.
changes its shape
Poirot,
when I'm right.
Any luck so far? Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4? We really need to find the combination. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. But of course you know what you're doing.
Why he's
It
talking?
is
Stop
booby-trapped,
it.
is it? Have you tried 0, 0, 0, 0? No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Have you tried 0, 0, 0,
Yeah,
0?
can you please stop talking?
Book. Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Book. There will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
I think it was clicking. Yeah? Yeah. Done. Okay. Wait, we've seen it before.
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Yeah.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly. Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh.
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot. But then why take it on the train?
Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
Oh, my head. What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well,
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks. A topographical map, often more important than a road map in these mountains.
Okay, Daisy Armstrong, 3 years old. A 3-year-old girl, daughter of John and Sonia Armstrong. Victim was taken sometime in the evening of February 24th, 2019. The abduction took place at the Armstrong residence where a reception was being held. Mrs. Moreau, Daisy's nanny, discovered the child's disappearance at approximately 10:45 p.m.
The investigation is now part of a pile of investigations, and my captain sent me here just to dot some I's and cross some T's.
A letter was found outside the child's bedroom window. It was used to remove Daisy from the house. The window, usually locked from the inside, was found open. The wheel drive tracks were found in the woods near the house. No party guests drove her 4x4. Okay.
The crime was audacious. How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room? No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen.
After law enforcement protocols were in place, the Armstrongs followed a random demand instruction and paid the ransom $1 million on March 2019. Have 1 million ready. In 2-3 days, we will inform you where to deliver the money. We caution you not to go public or talk to the police. The child is in safe hand. Since there has been no further communications from the kidnappers and Daisy has not been returned. The investigation is ongoing. Oh, okay, hold on.
The misspellings are clearly on purpose, and they didn't return the child when the ransom was paid.
John Armstrong, 38, retired colonel, British Army Forces. Statement: we were hosting a social event to raise money for a local museum. There were many people, some of them local, total strangers to us, and we were all very busy. Then we heard Susan, Daisy's nanny, screaming. It must have been 10:45 p.m. or 10:50. My wife and I went upstairs to Daisy's room. Susan was crying hysterically. Daisy was no longer in her bed, and her pillow was on the ransom note. And on her pillow, okay.
How could the child be taken with so many people in the house?
Sonia Armstrong, 32, housewife. Last time I saw Daisy was about 10:30. When I went up to check on her in her room, I noticed Susan was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so. I assumed Susan would return soon, so I rejoined the party. Okay.
I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How are they going to feel when they realize I have no answers for them? Only more questions.
And this is supposed to be a nanny, right? Nanny computer input error.
That's why I'm here. A damn computer glitch. Or somebody pushed delete instead of save. Whatever happened, we lost the nanny's deposition. So my entire contribution to the investigation is to take it again.
Telephone record for the day of the abduction for the Armstrongs and Miss Moreau. Sonia Armstrong called some number. Sonia Armstrong called some number. The other one. John Armstrong called third number. Susan Moreau called some number. The same one that John Armstrong called. Susan Moreau called random number. John Armstrong called 911.
The phone record of the night of the kidnapping. The last call was for 911.
Okay. Take the statement of Miss Moreau. Okay, it's just like going. Okay, yeah. Wanted to check. I mean, they seem to be rich bitches, right? But why they made it so ugly here? Like, they put a freaking table and one swing and then this stuff and that's it. And this ugly statue. Oh my god. And of course they have like glass walls, of course. Like, of course.
Good evening. Colonel Armstrong?
Yes. You're the detective they phoned about.
Joanna Locke.
I don't remember you.
I'm newly assigned to the case.
It's about time more detectives were involved. My wife Sonia, she hasn't been herself. Every day is a waking nightmare for us. Tell me you've uncovered something new.
I'm here to speak to your daughter's nanny. There was a computer problem. Her earlier statement has been lost.
Oh, I see. We had hoped. Well, do as you wish. I won't be far if you need me.
Alright, we're in. Let's go investigate.
Their fairy tale became a nightmare.